Joining us now, Jeff Green, Florida real estate investor who, well, heard about this guy, John Paulson, shorting subprime, decided to do it too, made hundreds of millions of dollars, and now is running for Democratic seat for Senate from the state of Florida. Mr. Green, thanks very much. We appreciate your being with us. Let me just ask you this question. What do you think of what Warren Buffett had to say about he didn't see anything wrong with this transaction?
First of all, good afternoon, Aaron, and thanks for having me. You know, I have a great deal of respect and admiration for Warren Buffett, but I read the pleadings in the SEC case against Goldman Sachs, and I see it very differently. I think that by looking at those pleadings, to me, I see a firm that was playing both sides of the trade, and it was doing something that was definitely immoral and unethical and probably illegal, but the time will tell after the day in court.
So you made a lot of money, also making the right bet on subprime investing via credit default swaps in part. What banks did you use?
What banks I worked with? I was, again, my trades that I did were trying to protect my investments. I'm a real estate investor, and I was trying to protect my real estate investments and the jobs of the people that worked for me by entering into credit default swaps and betting, sort of shorting the housing market. But that was against the Wall Street investment banks. I didn't do business with Goldman Sachs.
So you didn't do business with Goldman, but you did go to banks and they found some counterparty, whether it was them or somebody else, to go against you while you went short, the other one went long.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, I think that in some cases the banks kept them on their own books. So I don't really know. It wasn't. All I know is I was trying to protect my investments and where I was in my business, and I went up against the biggest banks on Wall Street, and unfortunately the market, the whole housing market collapsed, which I'd never wanted that to happen. But it worked out for me, and that I was able to protect my investments. But I don't know who their counterparties were, or if they had counterparties. It's possible that sometimes these banks just keep these on their own books.
Right. And it just continues to show, again, how difficult it is on either side to know or what role your bank is playing. And interesting that you're not even talking about Goldman Sachs here. It was other ones. But in your case, you're now trying to turn around and run for Senate. What's your case on that, especially in a state like Florida hit so hard by the real estate crisis? Sure, you were smarter than many, perhaps, but you got rich while a lot of other people lost their homes.
Well, I mean, look at. I'm running for Senate because I share the anger and the frustration of so many Floridians and so many Americans with the lack of progress that's happened by these career politicians with our economy and with creating jobs. And I think what Wall Street needs is more people who have been successful in the real economy like me. I saw what was happening in the housing market. I look at these career politicians who are running for their Senate seat. I mean, they were sitting right in Congress, and they were sitting in. One guy was the governor, and the other guy was the Speaker of the House in Florida. And none of these guys seem to have even noticed that there was a housing crisis. So I think what we need in Washington is more people from the real business world who understand what's going on and would be in a position to put an end to these problems before they become the nightmares they became for so many Floridians and Americans.
All right. Well, Jeff Green, thank you very much. We appreciate your taking the time. A man who got it right on subprime housing, now running for the Democratic side for the Senate seat from the state of Florida. Thanks very much.